Action News. Good morning, Las Vegas.
As the legal status of hundreds of thousands of dreamers hangs in limbo this morning, how local students plan to make their voices heard.
And this morning, former President Jimmy Carter is in the hospital having surgery, why he needs to relieve pressure on his brain.
And new education trends for the digital age, combining learning with entertainment. We introduce you to edutainment. Edutainment. That's a hard one to say. Good morning, Las Vegas. I'm Jackie Kostek.
And I'm Ross DeVitate, meteorologist Justin Bruce joining us at the desk. And I was watching, some network coverage, as I like to do before we come on air. And the big story across the country is this blast of Arctic air with snow, freezing rain, all this sort of nastiness. And here we are sitting in the 50s. I know it's kind of a chilly start.
I'm not jealous at all, yeah.
No.
Pretty much the only other parts of the country enjoying the 70s like we will are California, Arizona, and Florida. Everyone else is essentially colder than we will be. So enjoy the afternoon. Now we've got to get through this morning. It is chilly. Looking off to the east, there will be a few high clouds at times today. Going to be a pretty sunrise here unfolding over the next 15 to 30 minutes. Temperatures are cool. It's 52 at Nellis, 53 at McCarran, 51 in the Southern Highlands, and 53 in Summerlin. Henderson Airport is in the 40s. We give the 50s the get out of here sign by about 9 a.m. That's when we jump into the 60s. It's not going to be quite as warm as yesterday. We actually snuck to 80 degrees yesterday afternoon. We'll dial that back a good 5 degrees, so aiming for highs in the mid 70s. The high clouds real thin. So I'll go ahead and call it a mostly sunny Tuesday. But Marissa, those clouds will thicken up at times the rest of the week. We'll time out that change in the forecast next.
All right, Justin, thank you so much. If you live in Henderson, I'm seeing reports of a fire. This is just off Lake Mead Parkway. A little bit of a slowdown there in the eastbound direction because of some emergency vehicles in the area. Again, this fire is near Lake Mead Parkway and Van Wagenen on a private property there. Emergency vehicles leaving the scene now. Our photographer, Travis, getting us this shot of them leaving right now. Looks like it's all nice and clear for you. This shot from Live Drive. Thank you so much, Travis, for giving us this update, letting us know that part of the area is clear, but you may still see some lane restrictions on that part of town. Lake Mead Parkway does have those lane restrictions overnight through Friday. That is between the freeway and Boulder Highway. So just a heads up if you drive in that area. Taking a look at our drive times through the resort corridor, average speed 63 miles an hour right now in the southbound direction.
All right, appreciate the update, Marissa. Thanks. Happening today, the Supreme Court will hear arguments on the legality of DACA, also known as the Dreamer Act.
The Obama-era program protects about 700,000 young people from deportation after they were brought into the country illegally as children. Now, here's a live look at the Supreme Court building ahead of today's arguments. Kelsey McFarland joining us live at UNLV this morning, where students plan to rally in support of the program. Good morning, Kelsey.
Good morning, guys. Joining in on that DACA debate, UNLV students plan on rallying in what they call the free speech area of campus. They're doing so to show support for the DACA program and for their classmates who are dreamers. Now, the group that is organizing this rally is called Undocu Network. They focused on helping immigrant students and the undocumented community. They're rallying for students like Diego Rodriguez, a mechanical engineering major who's in the process of renewing his DACA status amidst the federal court challenges. Las Vegas Mayor Carolyn Goodman has been outspoken about her support for the DACA program.
I just am fully supportive and just believe so much in the enrichment of our culture and the people that have chosen to make Las Vegas home. We all count. We all make it a better place.
President Trump not sharing the same view, tweeting early this morning that some DACA recipients are hardened criminals. He goes on to hint at a possible deal with Democrats if the Supreme Court does rule in his favor. We haven't heard on if Democrats are willing to make that deal as well. Now, the rally is set to take place from noon to about 2 o'clock today. It's not clear how many students will show up today, but we'll be sure to keep you updated on air and online, ktnv.com. Reporting live, I'm Kelsey McFarland, 13 Action News.
Kelsey, thanks so much. This morning, former President Jimmy Carter is scheduled to undergo a medical procedure to relieve pressure on his brain.
Now, it was caused by bleeding from his recent falls. Now, he fell back in May, breaking a hip. Then he fell twice last month. But despite his recent health issues, including a bout with brain cancer in 2015, the former president is still very much active. And at 95, he's the oldest ever former U.S. president.
Anti-government protests continue in Hong Kong, and the demonstrations are growing more and more violent. We have a live look right now for you at the protests still happening in Hong Kong this morning. Those protests began in June over a now withdrawn extradition bill. Since then, demonstrators are demanding other things, including police and democratic reforms. Hong Kong's leader, Carrie Lam, vowed to bring an end to the violence.
We will spare no effort in finding ways and means that could end the violence in Hong Kong.
Chinese leadership has warned that if Hong Kong authorities can't get the situation under control, then Beijing will step in.
Today, the National Cannabis Industry Association will hold a briefing on regulating cannabis at the federal level. The event will take place in Washington, D.C. The group wants cannabis removed from the Controlled Substances Act so it can be effectively regulated. A unique kind of shopping experience for veterans here in the Valley. Yesterday's Acres Cannabis held a marijuana market, with some proceeds going to the Veterans Cannabis Project. The organization promotes the legalization of medical cannabis at the federal level so vets can benefit from it.
Right now, there are a lot of hiccups in the ways of their benefits and other potential hazards of them using it. And right now, we're just here to support and make sure that they get the best access they can to cannabis.
The market is touted as the first of its kind in the marijuana community. Well, the future of education may be in the digital world. That's what one local mom believes.
And she's now letting her kids take charge by reinventing a new wave of learning. In today's Morning Original, 13 Action News reporter Alicia Patillo introduces you to the mom who is combining education with entertainment.
Hey guys, welcome back to Hawk Squared! Hawk Squared! Hawk Squared!
This is Hawk Squared.
So we have Mikaela, 12, Kiera, 9, Caden is 4, and Audrina is 3.
They're homeschooled and their kitchen is their classroom.
Today, we're making awesome Jell-O Play-Doh.
It can get messy,
Sometimes, yeah, especially cupcake fights.
but there's always a lesson learned.
Edutainment, so it is teaching people with fun.
Edutainment is one of the fastest growing new trends, combining entertainment with education. Nora says the future of education now lives in the digital world, so she's found ways to keep up with the new age by giving her kids freedom to learn through
Do science experiments, life hacks, like making Altoid tins with a pool table and like all kinds of little stuff, crafts and cooking.
Every experiment is recorded by Mom.
I love showing other people what we can do.
Each video is then edited and uploaded to YouTube by Nora's oldest, Mikaela.
But I'm mainly self-taught on Final Cut Pro. Edit them all by myself, and I just edit on an iMac. I just sit there for like an hour and just edit.
Nora says this may not be the way for everyone, but her kids learn better this way.
Kids really just want to spend time with you more than anything, and this is a great way we can do it.
Alicia Patillo, 13 Action News.
Edutainment. I love this idea. Now, if you want to follow Hawk Squared on their journey through edutainment, the crew is on Instagram and they have their own YouTube channel as well, of course. To learn more, head to our website at ktnv.com.
Comedian Tiffany Haddish is coming back to Las Vegas. She'll perform at the Park Theater at Park MGM on January 18th. Ticket prices start at $49 and they go on sale on Friday. And don't forget, you can watch Tiffany Haddish every Sunday as the host of Kids Say the Darndest Things right here on Channel 13.
Well, you only have a couple months left to shop at the Sears at Meadows Mall. The company announced it will close by February. That location is one of 96 Sears and Kmart stores shutting its doors. The closure will leave Sears with just 2 outlet stores in the Valley. Out-of-business sales are expected to start on December 2nd. Wahoo's Fish Tacos will hold a job fair today solely for employees who lost their jobs when Chaos Day and Nightclub suddenly closed. They're looking to hire bartenders, servers, and cooks for its new location on Flamingo and Hugh Hefner Drive. That new restaurant is set to open next month. Today's hiring event is from 2 to 4 p.m.
The Vegas Golden Knights want to show their support for our military.
Yep, they're holding a military appreciation night tomorrow during their game at T-Mobile Arena. The team will wear special camouflage jerseys during warm-ups that will then be auctioned off, with the proceeds going to a good cause. That would be the Folded Flag Foundation, which helps provide financial support to families of fallen soldiers. Current and past military members will be honored all throughout the night, and that game is at 7 p.m. tomorrow against the Chicago Blackhawks.
Golden Knights have yet to lose to the Blackhawks, so not changing anytime soon.
And we know they've lost 5 of their last 6, so they definitely want to win tomorrow night.
Yes,
more so
coming in
than ever.
hot. Let's do it. All right, the time now is 5:40. Jeopardy James gets ready to take on a familiar foe, and why Alex Trebek was brought to tears during the final Jeopardy round yesterday.
And is Google collecting your medical information? What it's taking from hospitals all over the country.
Pretty good dose of sunshine in our Tuesday forecast today. A few high clouds out there at times. Now, you'll notice a few thicker clouds Wednesday, and especially Thursday could end up being a great day. We'll check the impact of the clouds on temperatures and talk about when a cool down gets here with the 7-day, but we leave you with a lovely look at our